Hi, I'm Trevor and this is the Canon 40D. The Canon 40D is a full-body digital SLR from Canon's lineup. It's one of their higher end models, yet very easy, very simple, and it's got a lot of new technology in it. So we'll go into a little about this camera here. One of the big differences with this and lots of other cameras, it's got a big magnesium grip on it, so it's easy to hold on to really. It's also weather sealed, which means you can take it out and about wherever you're shooting. It's going to withstand some splash damage and extreme heat and actually survive and not have any issues, unlike a lot of other SLRs out there. So one thing that I do like about it, it's very easy, very basic. You know, you can set it for a lot of different modes here, for portraits or auto, and it'll do pretty much everything for you. You know, just all the light and speed, so really you could just point and shoot. You know, one of those auto modes actually is the most useful is sports, really. So if you're doing those faster shots, you know, if you're tired of really, you know, pressing on that shutter and waiting for it to take your shot while your subject's moved across the room, this is something that's quite a bit faster, really. It's once you set it for sports, you're going to shoot easily 6 shots in a second, which is going to be kind of like this. 6 shots in a second for portraits, sporting events, kids, is easily, if somebody blinks or moves their head a little bit, then basically that you can delete whatever you don't want and, you know, have the highest quality image that you get to pick, really. So like I said, it has all those automatic, very simple modes, but it can be very manual. You can adjust things if you wanted to, you know, adjust your aperture and shutter priority and be a little more creative with this guy. You know, you can definitely do that. It's got plenty of custom modes that are already set on here, so if you want to actually have any modes that are preset here, makes it for quick access. If you know, there's something in particular you know you're going to be shooting later on, you can just quick set it for custom mode 1, 2, or 3, start taking some shots. You know, it's very easy stuff, very basic. One thing I do like about it with the Canons, makes them a little more unique. They have a lot of lenses available, like some 30, 35 lenses available, but they do have an image stabilizer on those lenses that reduces vibration. You know, so a lot less chance of a blurred shot when you're moving around, you know, which will help when you're doing those 6 frames a second. So for those kids shots, you get to pick and choose, a lot less chance of a blurred shot, really. You know, because this camera is very basic, very simple, Canon gave it some of the newer capabilities, like live view is a big one, really. Not a lot of cameras have it, but it basically will allow you to look on the screen and to preview your shot before you actually take it. You can make any adjustments, exposure, shutter speed, you know, or sit on a tripod and actually see what you're shooting, you know, and really any of your, anything that's going to happen to the camera is really going to be on the screen there. It's a little bit easier than looking to the viewfinder, you know, a little more point and shoot. You know, but like I said, if you want it to be a little more adjustable, the camera definitely has those capabilities, really. So one other thing I do like, it's got a very large image sensor in here, so when you're shooting in low light, doing sunsets, nighttime shots, you know, it's going to be a lot less grainy and fuzzy when you're doing those images, you know, which is very useful. You don't have to do any later adjustments on those photos because they're already so high quality and designed for low light, you know. So overall, the Canon 40D is very basic, very simple, high quality SLR and very high speed. Pretty much everything on this camera is designed for multiple shots. The high-speed cards, the image stabilized lens, pretty much everything is, like I said, for group photos, kids, high movement, really. So, you know, but very simplistic, very easy. So, this is Trevor, and this has been the Canon 40D.